Good morning, class. I hope you all are fine in your homes. So today we will start with the chapter light in the physics, and here is the syllabus of the annual of class 6. You can see I have also given this syllabus as a PDF and it should have been loaded on the website. Please note it down. I will send the PDF also again in the notes. Okay. So today we start with the chapter light. Few lines have been added, okay, and diagrams from my side, that is teacher's side. So don't get confused from where I have given. I will give from the notes itself and from the book also, in physics, chemistry and bio, in all three. So what is light? You can see here light is a form of energy that makes things visible. You can see here, you can see because light is falling on it and it is being reflected to the camera. I've explained this thing in the class also, and stimulates our senses to see. It is very important source of visibility to our lives. In a room full of light, we can see objects around us, but during the night or in the dark room, we need some source like an electric bulb, street light or a torch to make objects visible. Any object that produces light is called a source of light. I have explained this thing. The sun is the utmost important source of the light for all of us. Now, what are the sources of light? The sources of light can be classified into two types. That is, natural sources of light and artificial sources of light. Natural means sun, okay, and artificial means bulbs in your rooms. Natural sources of light produce light naturally and exist in nature on their own. They do not have human interference or involvement, okay, in their production. Sun is the main source of light on the earth. The other natural sources are stars. I have explained this thing. An amazing source of natural light on the earth that glows in dark is the firefly, Jugno. It is also called the glowworm, which gives a very faint light, very light light. Some jellyfishes also living in deep under the sea are also natural sources of light. This production of emission of light by a living organism is called bioluminescence. This occurs through a chemical reaction that produces light energy within the living organism. Now, artificial sources of light do not produce light on their own. They are man-made, such as electric bulb, fluorescent bulbs, LEDs, fireworks, lasers, lighters, candles and torches. Now, luminous and non-luminous. Luminous means which glow, which give light, and non-luminous which doesn't glow, which doesn't emit light. The objects are classified based on their ability to emit light into luminous and non-luminous. जो light देते हैं उसे कहते हैं luminous, जो light नहीं देते उसे कहते हैं non-luminous. Luminous objects emit light on their own. Example, electric bulb. Electric bulb light due to the flow of electric current. All stars shine using their core energy by nuclear fusion, and both electric bulb and the stars are luminous objects. And the objects that do not emit light of their own but reflects the light which is incident on them are called luminous objects. ठीक है. Now visible and invisible objects. Visible मतलब जो दिखता है, invisible जो नहीं दिखता. इसका example है moon. Moon doesn't shine on their own. It reflects the sunlight. Okay. Visible objects which we can see. फिर light from object enters our eyes, that is emitted by the object, and light reflected by the object. इसमें है luminous objects और इसमें है non-luminous objects. In invisible objects which cannot see, जिस जिससे हम लोग कोई चीज़ नहीं देख पाते उसे कहते हैं इनविजिबल। लाइट फ्रॉम द ऑब्जेक्ट डज नॉट एंटर आवर आइज, so it becomes invisible. We are not able to see anything when lights goes off. Now, fourth page, transparent, translucent and opaque. Transparent मतलब जिसके बीच पार हम देख सकते हैं, okay? Based on the amount of light to pass through a medium, we can classify objects. ट्रांसपेरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट, ट्रांसलूसेंट एंड ओपेक। ट्रांसपेरेंट से हम आर पार देख सकते हैं, जैसे ट्रांसपेरेंट ग्लास होता है। ट्रांसलूसेंट जिसके आर पार हम देख सकते हैं और नहीं भी देख सकते, मतलब धुंधला दिखा देता है। एंड ओपेक जिसके आर पार हम बिल्कुल नहीं देख सकते। इट इज़ कॉल्ड एज ओपेक ऑब्जेक्ट्स। जैसे दीवार है, इट इज़ कॉल्ड ओपेक ऑब्जेक्ट, क्योंकि हम आर पार नहीं देख सकते। ट्रांसपेरेंट materials which allow light to pass through them completely are called transparent objects. Objects on the other side of transparent objects can be seen easily. लिखा है can be seen easily. Many notes and diagrams I have made on my own. Okay, so don't search anywhere from where such and such has given the notes. Okay, see the light is passing through the glass. Okay, तो ये पूरी लाइट को पास कर दे रहा है, ये मीडियम जो है हमारा। तो ये इसके यहाँ से ए, दिस इज द ए पार्ट, ए मीडियम, दिस इज द बी मीडियम। तो यहाँ से लाइट बी मीडियम में चली गई, तो ये क्या होगा, इसको लाइट को रोक नहीं रहा है, बट इट इज अलाउइंग द लाइट टू पास थ्रू इट। तो इट इज कॉल्ड ट्रांसपेरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट। ओपेक विच डजंट अलाउ एनीथिंग, ओके। Materials which don't allow light to pass through them completely are called opaque objects. Okay, objects on the other side of opaque objects cannot be seen at all. ठीक है, अब देखो यहाँ पर ये लाइट पूरी रुक गई है। क्लियर? By mistake I have drawn the diagram here also. Okay, so I have rubbed this rays. Here the light, this part of the object has blocked the light completely, means no light will go here. Okay, so it will be called as opaque. Materials which don't allow the light to pass through them completely are called opaque objects. Objects on the other side of opaque objects cannot be seen at all. Example, wood, metals, etc. Okay, so I have got this thing. Then translucent which allows part of the light to pass. Okay, partially मतलब part, थोड़ी बहुत। Materials which allow light to pass through them partially are called translucent objects. ये देखो डायग्राम है। ओके, दिस इज द डार्क बॉडी, ठीक है, ये ट्रांसपेरेंट होगी थोड़ी, ठीक है। तो ये लाइट को थोड़ा पास कर रही है आप अपने में से। इट इज कॉल्ड एज ट्रांसलूसेंट। ऑब्जेक्ट्स ऑन द अदर साइड ऑफ ट्रांसलूसेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स कैन बी सीन बट नॉट वेरी क्लियरली। एग्जाम्पल, ऑयली पेपर, सर्टेन टाइप्स ऑफ डिजाइन ग्लास, टिश्यू पेपर एक्सेट्रा। नाउ रेक्टिलिनियर प्रोपगेशन ऑफ लाइट, मतलब लाइट अगर हम टॉर्च लिए हैं, अगर हमारे पास टॉर्च है, अगर हम उसको लाइट को फोकस कर रहे हैं, टॉर्च को, सपोज दैट दिस इज ए टॉर्च, ओके, तो उससे जो लाइट निकलेगी वो सीधे जाएगी। लाइट हमेशा सीधे ही जाती है। इट इज़ कॉल्ड रेक्टिलिनियर, मतलब सीधे लाइन में। अ रेक्टिलिनियर प्रोपगेशन ऑफ लाइट describe that light travels in a straight line. Okay, a mirror changes the direction of light that falls on it and it travels in a straight line path. Reflection of light occurs when light bounces off a polished surface. अगर हम किसी सरफेस पे लाइट मारे तो वो टकरा के दूसरी डायरेक्शन में चली जाएगी, पर वो भी सीधी ही जाएगी, टकराने के बाद भी सीधी जाएगी, कहीं इधर ऐसे ऐसे घूमेगी नहीं, ऐसे से कहीं ऐसे से टर्न नहीं करेगी। ओके, इट विल गो अगेन। अगर यहाँ पर कोई बॉडी है तो ये टकरा के तो भी सीधी जाएगी। क्लियर? नाउ सी, दिस इज द कैंडल एंड दिस इज द आई ऑफ अ पर्सन, दिस इज द एम्प्टी पाइप। अगर हम इस कैंडल की फ्लेम को, इफ आई हैव टू सी द फ्लेम ऑफ दिस कैंडल थ्रू दिस पाइप, आई कैन सी इट वेरी क्लियरली, क्योंकि यहाँ पर लाइट रेज आ रही है. ओके, बट इफ आई टर्न द पाइप, अगर मैं थोड़ा सा भी इसको घुमा दिया तो ये जो लाइट है इसके अंदर नहीं जाएगी. ओके, हम यहाँ पर ये ब्लॉक हो जाएगी लाइट. सो लाइट ऑलवेज ट्रेवल इन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन. Okay, this is the diagram of a pinhole camera. This same thing working in light travels in a straight line. Now 6th page. I will not give this, okay? By mistake I will give written. When rays of light from a source or a point diverge, ये मतलब scatter हो जाती है in different directions, then the beam of light rays is called a divergent beam of light. ये है डाइवर्जेंट. अगर यहाँ पर से स्कैटर हो रही है, अगर लाइट सीधे पड़ रही है, ठीक, ये आ रही है सीधे लाइट, और यहाँ पर कोई ऐसा पॉइंट ऑफ सोर्स है जिससे की वजह से लाइट फैल सकती है, तो ये फैल जाएगी. इसे कहते हैं डाइवर्जेंट. ठीक, ये कन्वर्ज हो रही है एक जगह पे, मतलब यहाँ से भी लाइट आ रही है, यहाँ से भी लाइट आ रही है, यहाँ से भी, एंड इट इज कमिंग एंड मीटिंग एट वन पॉइंट. इट इज कॉल्ड एज कन्वर्जेंट. दिस इज द पैरेलल बीम जो सीधे चल रही है. Now applications of the rectilinear propagation of light. Some applications of the rectilinear propagation of light are seen in the phases of the moon, a pinhole camera, the formation of shadows and eclipses. You can see here the diagram. This is the pinhole camera. Okay, as I have drawn the diagram here also. The same thing is here. Okay, light will move in this direction from here, and it will go here, and from here it will form here. तो ये अपर पार्ट यहाँ बनेगा and lower part will form here. Inverted image मतलब उल्टी इमेज बनेगी. A camera, some application I have done this thing. A camera without a lens which uses a very special hole pierced, यहाँ पर छेद है, ठीक है, in one's end to allow light to pass through it. यहाँ पर लाइट, ये ओरिजिनल ट्री है, यहाँ पर एक बॉक्स है जहाँ पर इस तरफ के छेद है, होल, वेरी स्मॉल माइन्यूट. तो इसकी इमेज यहाँ बनेगी. यहाँ पर तो स्क्रीन बनी है अंदर की तरफ, which allows the light one end to allow light to pass through it. An upside down image मतलब इन्वर्टर मतलब उल्टी हुई इमेज बनेगी on the back of the camera which can be covered with photography paper or a film. यहाँ हमने फिल्म लगा दी है ये. Now rays and beam of light. When the light rays from a source are parallel to each other, parallel मतलब बगल में चल रही कि नहीं, it is called parallel to each other. This is called as parallel beam of light. For example, the rays of sun entering a room through an open window. When a ray of light is incident on a surface, that ray can split into reflected and transmitted component. Example, rays. Rays. These are simply visual constructs, typically lines or arrows. What are rays? It is on my own. Okay, I have given. Rays क्या है? These are the simply visual constructs known as typically called as lines or arrows that are used to help model how a beam of light propagate. मतलब कैसे चलती है. Example, rays depict the direction in which the beam of light is traveling and how it may be spreading apart. Now, when rays of light from different directions converge or meet at a point, the beam of light is called convergent. Example, rays received by a camera. Here it is. When rays of light from a source or point diverge, scatter in different directions, then the beam of light rays is called divergent beam of light. ये है divergent, this is convergent, and this is parallel beam of light. ठीक है? It is these rays are converging at a point. यहाँ मिल रही है और फिर यहाँ से डाइवर्ज हो रही है. Now, factors affecting the size of the image. The size of the image formed in a pinhole camera depends on पहला the distance of the screen from the pinhole. Distance of the screen from the pinhole. The greater the distance of the screen from the pinhole, the larger the size of the image formed. And second point, the distance of the object that is scanned from a pinhole. The greater the distance of the object from the pinhole, the smaller size of the image formed on the screen. Characteristics क्या है? The image formed on the screen is always real, original बनेगी, वही की सिंपल, अगर पेंसिल की इमेज बने तो पेंसिल ही बनेगी. Inverted मतलब उल्टी, reversed, and generally smaller in size. Thus the image is directly proportional to the distance of the screen from the hole. As one amount increases, another amount increases at the same rate. ये मतलब है directly proportional. Inversely proportional to the distance of the object from the pinhole when value decreases at the same rate that the other increases. एक गिरती है तो दूसरी बढ़ती है. That is, more workers on a job would reduce the time to complete the task. Okay, not directly proportional to the size of the object. Now shadows, परछाइयाँ. When no light can pass through an object and all the light is blocked, a dark patch is formed. You can see here from that direction where my pencil is pointed, from there the light is coming and here it is stopping. Light has been stopped by my finger and here you can see the shadow. Okay, this region of absence of light cast by object is called shadow, or a shadow is a dark area where the light from a light source is blocked by an opaque object. This is an opaque object. Okay, इसके अंदर से लाइट नहीं जा सकती. This patch where light cannot reach is called a shadow. Now, an opaque object creates a clear dark shadow. ये हमारी बॉडी है, क्लियर ओपेक है, तो ये क्लियर क्या बनाएगी, एक डार्क शेडो. ओके, a translucent object casts a faint shadow and a transparent object does not cast a shadow. जिसमें से लाइट पास हो जाए उसे कहते हैं ट्रांसपेरेंट, वहाँ तो शेडो बनेगी ही नहीं. और जहाँ पर हल्की फुल्की लाइट पास हो रही है वहाँ पर क्या बनेगी, हल्की शेडो बनेगी. कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ शेडो, ये बुक से पढ़ लेना, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ शेडो. ओके.